Hello flight simmers, welcome back everyone. Today we are again on a rather special aircraft. We are flying for the very first time in the sim the A330 passenger to freighter conversion. Now before you go crazy and think there's a new aircraft released, no it's not. It is the standard Aerosoft A330-300 with the Rolls-Royce engines. And under the hood it's also still the passenger aircraft, but we have this rather nice livery. And what the painters did here is they have sort of painted over all the windows and then also added the layout of the cargo door, which unfortunately is only painted on, so this won't operate. And you can see also GSX is connecting to the standard doors we have on the aircraft. But all in all, I have to admit, it is looking absolutely stunning, especially here at during nighttime at Hong Kong Airport. And we are sitting here at the cargo ramp. We can see UPS 747, and there's tons of other aircraft over there. FedEx, Southern Air, another UPS. So as you can see, we are flying offline today. Reason is, over here it would have been rather empty flying online. So I thought, well, let's switch on AI traffic. After all, it is giving a fairly good immersion to the sim, and also over there a bit of traffic. And so yeah, we are sitting here at night time, or early morning time to be specific. We will today head down to Singapore, which is a 3-hour flight roughly, and we are departing in the early morning hours. So scheduled departure time is 4:30 in the morning, and then we will get to Singapore around 8 a.m. local time. So we will have a nice, or hopefully nice, sunrise somewhere during the cruise down to Singapore. Right, and what I really love are the reflections here on the wing. Look at this. I mean, this is looking absolutely stunning. Super nice. And GSX, I've just operated these stairs. No cargo loading going on, since GSX would go crazy with, I don't know, P2F conversion. So I figured to just do instant loading, and so we are loaded up already, so we can quickly jump into the flight deck and then get going. Right, so here we are. Maybe first things first, a quick look at the load sheet. So we have a zero fuel weight of 167.5, and this is a cargo payload of 40 tons, which I think is quite a fair cargo load. I think in theory they would be able to carry a bit more than that, but nevertheless 40 tons on an A330 is already quite something. So but then of course only rather short flight for the A330, 27 tons of fuel. So we have a takeoff weight of 194.6 tons out of a maximum of 233. So quite a bit of headroom there. Right, then also I've connected the charts. We will do that in a second. Maybe we can do it together over here. That's always the easiest way to do. So currently our active runway is 25 right, which is the one up there, and then we will be having the Pekin 1 Delta departure. Now for the weather, we currently have winds 5 knots from 210, just a bit variable and quite warm, 29 degrees. But other than that, very good weather, just a few clouds at 2500. So very nice weather here at the moment. Here you can see I've done all the fuel loading. And okay, what's happening? This is not working, I think. Right, yeah, I have to do it over here. Sorry about that. So that's that. Then we will request the routing, which is stored in the folder, so it should work from Hong Kong down to Singapore like that. Insert, that's looking good. Right, and then it's quite interesting. So we have a DHL flight number. It's DHL 317, but at the same time it's an Air Hong Kong call sign, since of course the flight is operated by Air Hong Kong. Now in here I think I will go with the, well, it says flight number, but I think I will go with the call sign. So that's Air Hong Kong 317. And then cost index, we have 1.3. Cruise level initially is 380, quite high, but the A330 always goes quite high initially. And then alternate will be Kuala Lumpur, which is WMKK. WMKK, like that. Right, wind upload should also work. At least in theory, maybe not. Maybe I need to load it in active sky. So let's try again. There it is. Yeah, it only works when the route is loaded into active sky. Right, and then loading is completed, so this goes in there, and alternate will be 4.2. Yeah, it's telling us it would not be enough fuel, but I think we can disregard. It is usually working quite well with the A330, so that's already dialed in. Packard 1 Delta, perfect. Then RadNav, I don't think we need it. That's quite close to optimum, that's perfect. Performance will come in a second. We have done this, copy active, looking good, and then it's only the performance left. So let's do a flap 2 today, 4.8, and those are the speeds, 141, 141, 147. Transition altitude is 9,000, that should be correct. Flex temperature 54. Cool, very good. Now let's see if we have an initial altitude on here. 5,000, we should stick to that, and it is set already. Very good, so let's go ahead and fire up the APU. And I think we still have the dome light on. I think we might get rid of this in a second. So here we have minimum 205 knots and 230 knots until Ramsey. So max 230, minimum 205. That's interesting. 5,000 or below, and then Ramsey 230, and then no more constraints. So let's see if this is in here. So Ramsey we have 230. Speed constraint 205. Yeah, it should be correct, since after that's limited to 230 anyway. Let's make sure it's hard dialed like that. And I think this setup should work. Ooh, we can get rid of that. Right, okay. Yeah, taxi will be quite a bit, I believe. So, yeah, we are all the way over here and need to go all the way over there. Meaning we will probably go Kilo 4, Juliet 6, and down on Juliet to Whiskey, then down on Whiskey, down on Bravo, and then left on Alpha 12 or Alpha 11, something like this. Right, APU bleed is coming on, this is coming off. We will put those two on, the fuel pumps. And beacons, seat belts, on and auto. Right, and yeah, bridge cargo, nice. Oh, air traffic is going the other way. No, why is it doing that? Hopefully it's still switching around. Checks and flows. Before start checklist to the line. Windows and doors. No, I don't think they are locked yet. We still need to do that. So aircraft doors close. Like that, and then parking brake is set. Let's make sure external power is no longer in use. This seems to be the case. So we can go ground services, traffic cones, wheel shocks, external power. Right, and beacons are on, thrust levers are idle. Acupressure is checked. And nose wheel steering is disconnecting. Parking brake is set. Looking good. Now it's looking good. Right, we can ask for pushback. And then yeah, we will figure out the cockpit lighting. I think after the engine start, dome lights are probably still on. That's why it's so bright in here. Right, off we go. So let's fire up these beautiful Rolls-Royce engines. Okay, we have 2 good engine starts. So the after start flow APU bleed is going on. We don't need any NTIs. APU is going off. And then we have, yeah, theoretically the ground crew is still there, but never mind. Let's put on the weather radar. This goes to arm. We have a flap 2, right? Yeah, flap 2. Like this. This goes to TA. And then we have the trim should be up 4.8. We are almost there. 4.8. There it is. This goes to max. This goes on. And we have flight control check for left.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. And the rudder. Full left. And full right neutral checked. And then we will put on the turn-offs and the taxi lights. Then we will, yeah, the dome light is going off now. Like this. Yeah, and this looks, yeah, that looks good. I can work with that, perfect. So after start checklist, anti-ice is off, ECAM status check, pitch trim is set, rudder trim is 0, ground crew is clear. Before taxi checklist, load sheet, yeah, that's interesting why it appears here, but it is checked, flight controls are done, flight instruments are checked. Flight settings, that should be flap settings I guess. Config 2, V speeds are set, ECAM memo. We will do that in a second. Okay. Right. Parking brake. Release. And off we go. Back to the charts. So as discussed, Lima 2 and then left hand turn, Kilo 4. And we are picking up speed on idle quite nicely. That should work. Okay, right hand turn onto Kilo 4 and then it's already runway 25 for left ahead of us. And there should be no traffic, so let's put on these strobes and quickly get across.
7.
Okay, and we are across, so strobes back to auto. And now a right hand turn. I really love the night lighting at this airport and also the reflections on the A330. Absolutely beautiful. Right, we are getting there. I'm just not sure why FPS are getting bad now. They've been super smooth at the beginning, but still alright. Okay, TO config, that's checked. And then let's go TARA. Now I really hope AI traffic is not messing with us too much. Yeah, we will take the last one, Alpha 12, and over to the flows. So, Memo takeoff no blue, that's confirmed. And then we have takeoff runway confirmed in a second. Cabin crew is advised, engine start selector is normal, packs are normal. And yeah, that's the checklist part. Where's my taxiway? Is it here already? No, next one, right? Ah yeah, over there, I think. I hope. Right, so yeah, normal takeoff flows, that's for sure, and then we will have an after takeoff checklist after that. Righty. Okay, so just a bit further, and then we are good to rock and roll. Let's take the outer one, although I think it will more or less lead you to the same point in the end. But okay, never mind. Strobes are coming on. This landing lights are coming on. This is going to take off. Lights are set. And I'm just thinking, maybe we should put terrain on here. Terrain is rather interesting. Okay, now I'm totally between two lines here. Okay, and then we are good to go. So, timer's coming on.
Runway
and
2,
let's go.
5, right.
Thrust is established. Man, flex, SRS and runway. Ooh, it seems like it's gonna be a long takeoff run. A lot of derate, but of course a very long runway, so that makes sense. Right, 120. A little bit of a tailwind even. 140 and rotate. That was a quick rotation. Okay, positive rate, gears coming up. Ah, beautiful. A little bit bumpy. Okay, following the flight director. Okay, now remembering the chart, it did say minimum 205. So let's try and get there. In fact, we could also go, yeah, let's go flap 1 first of all. And then autopilot, speed managed. Not managed, speed selected, 205. Flaps up, climb power. Oops, sorry. Didn't have the E-tent. There we are, climb power. Ooh, and that's not too bad. Okay, below 5,000, we are good in that regard. I wasn't paying attention to the green dot speed. I should have left flaps 1 out a bit longer than that. That was kind of early to retract it already. Okay, so let's speed up. What's the next one? Was it 220 or 230? 230. Okay. But now if we go managed, yeah, it will go 230. Perfect. Okay, we've managed to stick below 5,000. That's also good. So let's keep climbing. No ATC today. So 380. Spoilers disarm. Turn off, and taxi lights are coming off. This is very bright. Let's dial it down a notch. That's better. Cool. So, after takeoff checklist, landing gear is up, flaps are retracted, packs are on after takeoff checklist is completed. Okay, looking very good now. Oh, look at this, guys. Hong Kong is so cool to depart at night. Also, heading out into the other direction would have been super cool, but even this direction is not too bad at all. Okay, right, we are approaching 7,000. After the next waypoint, the speed constraint will be gone as well, and then we are out onto the ocean and into the climb. And on that note, thank you for joining me on the departure, and I hope to see you over at Singapore for hopefully a nice landing. And enjoy, see you in a bit. Hello friends, welcome back. We are in fact just parallel to Singapore Changi Airport already. It is just down here on the right hand side. Now a bit covered up by this cloud, but there we can see 02 center, the runway. So we are in fact very close. It has been a very smooth cruise and also nice sunrise, as you have probably seen on the music and cruise part. And now, yeah, let's quickly talk about the arrival. There's not so much time left. So we are flying the Elalo 1 Alpha arrival, which started way back, and now we are parallel to the airport. And next waypoint, and also the final waypoint on the star, will be Sanat. And from Sanat we will, well, on the chart it says expect vectors to ILS approach. We will just vector ourselves, also depending on other traffic. And then we will be landing runway 02 left, and the final approach for 02 left is also dialed in. We can see it here. And so yeah, currently we are on open descent, trying to get to roughly 4,000 by the time we get to Sanat. Also we can now slow down. 190 is the next speed constraint, so let's slow down, and we can also use flap 1 for that. So flap 1, dialing back to 190. There are the sleds coming out. Right, and yeah, then it really just depends on the other traffic. But I think most of them are heading to 02 center, at least this is what AI Companion is telling me. So we should be fine in that regard. I have set auto brake low. We are good to go pretty much all the way to the end of the runway. Since we will of course head for the cargo apron, which is on the northern perimeter of the airport, so we can have a nice long rollout if there's no traffic behind us. And that's the plan for today. Now I think we're coming in a little bit high, but that's okay. We have plenty of space to lose some further height, so Apipa we can be 3,500 above. Same for Anuma, so there's plenty of space to lose some altitude. Just want to make sure that all this traffic is sort of through and out of our way. And then we can do a nice right-hand turn onto the final approach. Yeah, now we already have a nice view down on the city center, all the way back there. We will even get a bit closer to that during final approach. Looking forward to that. Right, and they are definitely not on 02 left, so you know what, let's go into the right-hand turn now, and then we are comfortably in front of the other traffic coming in there. So heading, and let's turn to 90. That should be more or less a 90-degree angle to the final approach course, which is 023. Yeah, so not quite, but almost. Right, landing keys. I don't know what this traffic is doing. He's way too high, somewhere up there. Let's see if he's still making it to the runway. And okay, so that's 4,000. Let's go down to 3,500. And then we're still 15 miles out, so yeah, we could lose some more speed now, but I'm quite happy with what we have for now. Okay, and now let's turn on intercept heading. And this can be as far as 350 roughly. I don't want to come in too steep. That would also not be too good. Yeah, heading sort of direct Anuma, that will be fine. Now first, let's make sure we have this approach phase activated. And go back to manage speed. Arm the approach, and let's see if we can capture the ILS like that. I'm not too sure. Let's go flap 2 just to get a little bit more track for now. Ooh, and look at this, guys. Very nice. Okay, glide slope localizer, perfect. That was spot on. Okay, so go around altitude will be 4,000. 4,000 coming in, there it is. Yeah, now we're gonna have a nice final. Let's keep some speed there, 160 at least. Otherwise it's gonna be very long. Alright, 8 miles out, so let's finish the setup. We will arm the speed brakes, turn-offs. Oh, did I leave them on early on? I might have. Taxi lights are coming on, landing lights are on already. And then we will go flap 6 miles. No, that's fine. Let's go, let's drop the gear. And also go flaps 3. And then in just a second we can do the landing checklist. Speed managed. Flaps 4. Alright, cabin crew is advised. Auto throttle is on speed. Auto brake is low, and ECA memo landing. Landing checklist completed. Righty. So, it's a little bit laggy. FPS are not quite perfect. Let's take the throttle.
Approaching. 0,
right, and
2,
the aircraft.
left.
Just a bit confused why auto throttle is still on, although I've taken the throttle manually now. It's a bit weird, but okay.
500.
Right, and let's hope for a good one. Tiny bit low now, let's correct that.
400.
We're losing quite a bit of speed here. It's a little bit bumpy, although barely any wind, only 4 knots of wind. Yeah, but FPS are not too great, I don't like it that much. Makes it a bit harder to fly.
Minimum 200.
Continue. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's gonna be my best one.
100.
And
50. 40.
retard.
30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Okay, touchdown and reverse. Not working. Let's try this one. Yeah, some of my throttle quadrant is not adjusted correctly. Okay, manual braking, idle forward. Right, welcome to Singapore. Yeah, not the best landing. Also, FPS were quite bad. I don't know what happened there. But we have made it down. And Sim Toolkit Pro is giving me 306 feet per minute for the landing rate. Could be worse. Could definitely be worse. Right, let's take this one. That's quite perfect. Quick cleanup as well. And now we're getting fast, of course, on a light aircraft. Cool. Turn-offs, landing lights, taxis are on, strobe coming back. I think taxi's not too far now. We managed to get quite a convenient exit of the runway. This goes to TA, this goes down, predictive wind shear and weather radar. I think we can take a right-hand turn here. I will have a look at the airport chart in just a second. Right, but I like the reflections. They are looking rather nice. Alright, and now we are looking for the east cargo apron, and this would be 600 or 601. Now the thing is, I have no idea. North, might be north. No. First of all, we need to go a bit further. Okay, let's try northeast. No, that's also not the right one. Okay, I will need to have a quick look at little nav map, since that's always quite easy to find the parking spots. We want to go there. I just don't know how it is named in the simulator. Let's take a left-hand turn here to get a bit closer over there. Oops, why is the aircraft not turning now? Okay, apparently it's just labeled as 601. Why did I not find that? Parking 601, there it is. Cool. Yeah, and there's GSX. Perfect. Okay, right hand turn, left hand turn, and then we are almost there. By the way, flight time haven't stopped at 3 hours 28 right now. The Marshal is already not standing on the center line. I'm not sure how trustworthy he is today. But the numbers are looking quite promising. Let's give it a try. So 10 feet, 5 feet. There we are, a little bit too far. Alright, park and brake. And then let's see APU bleed. And killing engines 1 and 2. Right, what landing rate did we have here? That's 169. Okay, that's a bit better. That's nice. Let's take this one then. Block time 348. Yeah, maybe it's the reflection sort of giving a hit to the FPS. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, never mind. This is going too off. Beacons are going off. Taxi lights are going off. Fuel pumps. And then let's not do deboarding, just operate these stairs. Right, and after landing, parking, checklist. APU bleed is on, engines are off, seatbelts are off, external lights are set, fuel pumps are off, parking brake is on. Shutdown checklist completed. Alright, so here we are. Welcome once again to Singapore. Sorry about the FPS, I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe it's the reflections or the shadows, or maybe it's just the A330 itself. I have no idea. Not too good right now. But never mind, we've managed to get to Singapore safely. I was really enjoying the livery, I have to say. Air Hong Kong and DHL sort of combi livery. Very cool on the A330 in my opinion. And so that was something new, flying a A330 passenger to freighter conversion. And by the way, I've looked up during the cruise the registry. Bravo Lima Delta Oscar, and this aircraft has been flying for Malaysian Airlines for almost its entire life and is now slightly above 25 years old, so that's a very old A330 indeed. And now serving the last couple of years as a freighter. Pretty cool in my opinion. And on that note, thank you very much guys for joining me on this flight, and hope to see you again next time. Take care, bye bye.